Oh, Nintendo! You do realize that the more you try to defend this, people are just going to not buy your Switch 2 out of spite. You know that, right? I'm not saying that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to bomb, but then again, you guys did make the Wii U, and now I liked the Wii U. It had some pretty good games on there. I mean, the only reason why I brought it was for games like Sonic Lost World, but that's besides the point. I mean, it still has some pretty good games on there, regardless. But the thing flopped. I'm not saying that the Switch 2 itself is going to flop. I'm not, and if it does flop, I'm not saying it's going to flop for the same reasons that the Wii U flopped. But I'm just saying right now, Nintendo, if you are in some deep shit because of the games costing $90. Like now, like $450 for the Switch 2 itself. I will admit it's a little bit steep, but at the same time, I can kind of understand it, because I can kind of understand it, just slightly, just not a whole lot, just slightly, it's just £150 more than the Switch 2, okay, and than the Switch 1, excuse me, but the game's costing $80 digitally and $90 physically. Yeah, no. There's like so many people. Like, I live in the UK, so for me those $90 games are gonna cost around like possibly like £80, which still isn't fucking cheap, by the way. That's still fucking expensive. If the fact that you're doing this is dangerous. You should not be doing that. And I know you tried to defend yourself by saying that, oh, we don't understand why you're pissed off. Hey, Nintendo. If let's say, like, Nintendo, it's hard for people to afford one meal a day nowadays. Let alone their own fucking house. They're not going to spend $450 on your shitty ass console or with $90 games. You can advertise Mario Kart on there all the fuck you want but people with actual brains will be sitting there going like, no, I'd rather not lose my house over a fucking console, thank you very much. So yeah, if you released this console, let's say like back in 2008, back when house pricing wasn't that high, people would still be a little bit pissed off, but they would be less pissed off. But the fact that you're releasing it at a time when people can barely afford, like I said, barely afford one meal a day, that's not a good sign, Nintendo. And if this thing flops, I'm not saying that this is gonna flop in sales, but if it does flop in sales, I am going to make a video laughing at you. Because it would bite you in the arse, and can't deny, it'd be fucking hilarious. Hope it bombs, Nintendo! Bye!